let's pay some bills, man. You are listening to the iBall podcast on iBall Radio and iBallRadio.com.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
What up, and welcome to another episode of the iBall Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Williams, also known as D-Will, the coach, and I'm here with my co-host, my big brother, Brian Williams, a.k.a. Coach Chill Will. What up, Chill?
What's good, everybody? Good?
Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar inside the iBall Radio Studios live here in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're back. And B, man, I was so thrown off last week with the excitement of being awarded the grant from the Rotary Club of Montgomery that I forgot to announce something last week.
What's that?
We're in season 7. We completed season 6, and now we're in episode 2 now of season 7. That's right, y'all. We have put together 7 seasons of the iBall Podcast, man. We are 119 episodes in, and I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that number, right? Because we got like 130 something episodes that have been posted, right? So I don't know what all those episodes are because we got so many shows. All of those are added into it also. But yeah, man, we're inside season 7, man. So I think congratulations is in due for us being in season 7. I meant to do this last week.
Yes, sir.
But it's all good because we're still in it, man. But yeah, man, that's a lot of episodes. 119 episodes.
Hey, man. Yeah, so the work, man. Got this strictly out the mud, man.
Out the mud, man. We keeping it going, man. So, yeah, man, we got a great episode for y'all this week, man. As usual, man, we talking some pretty intricate things, man. But listen, before we talk about any of and all of that, man, I need y'all to do me a favor, right? I need y'all to go to the iBall Radio YouTube page. Go subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell, run the views up, man. Run the subscribers up, man. Show us some love.
Because we know it can happen.
It can oh, my God.
Man, we got a video out there that was shared.
Yeah.
And 60,000 views right now.
60,000 views.
So is it about who shares it?
It's about who shares it? So what y'all telling me?
It's our work.
Listen, here's what y'all telling me. Y'all telling me y'all don't rock with us like that. Is that what y'all saying? Y'all saying y'all don't really rock with the iBall Podcast?
60,000 views, bro.
60,000 views on one video tells us differently, right? Another video we posted within 8 hours, it had like 2.5 thousand views on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? So just hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, man.
Go subscribe to you see it going across the bottom on the ticker, man. Go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page, man. Hit subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every single time we drop a piece of content. Also, man, go to our websites, man. Go visit iBallRadio.com, man. Go buy some gear. Go check out the player spotlights. Flip through there, man. See everything we got going on, man. And, of course, our nonprofit organization, man. Go visit guardyourman.org. That's guardyourman.org, man, to see everything we have going on with our nonprofit. We're going to update that website a little bit more often, man. But y'all got to understand, man, we 2 men in the truck, man.
Yeah.
We 2 men in the truck. We trying to wear all hats. We trying to create, host, and produce, and make sure we get it out to y'all in the time that matter.
It's getting to a point where we're looking for staff.
We're looking for staff,
but
man.
We probably could have staff right now, but we're so particular about who we let on the team because hey man, listen, you're
right.
Man, hey, this basketball trials over here.
You gotta go through tryouts, dog. You just don't jump on the squad and get on the floor and get minutes.
And then we got ones we tried to put on that didn't want to get on.
And then
they circle back.
Double back.
Hey man,
man.
That's what it is.
But listen, with all that being said, man, we are looking for staff. Straight up. If you know how to edit video, edit sound, if you know how to create video, if you know how to add to websites, run a website, do a website. We got everything set up. We can give you all the passwords, all the codes, everything you're going to need to get inside there and put. And listen, we also got all the content.
Do you understand all the algorithms? Do you know when to post, how to post,
listen,
all of that?
Come on, man. We need a social media content manager.
We need a LaRussell.
Yeah, we need a social media content manager.
Yeah.
We need one of those, man. Because Breezy does a good job being our content manager, making sure we get all our stuff.
He's flooded with work, too.
Flooded.
He's one man.
He's a one-man band. right? So yeah, man, we gotta we looking for y'all, man. So come rock with the team, man. Come help expand this brand, man. But make sure you go check out all of our websites, and more importantly, go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page. But B, let's jump right into it, man. What we talking about this week, man? When is too much, right? When is too much? Because what I mean by that is we understand exposure is needed, right? You have to have content out there so coaches can find you, right? So they can look you up. So when your name is mentioned in rooms you're not in and they go to find you, they can actually find you. And they can find valuable content for it. But when does that become too much? When does it become an overdose of information, an overdose of content? When does it come before, when does it come to, I'm no longer doing this to get exposure, I'm doing this to get exposure?
Man, it's a thin line. I was just listening to a video prior to us coming on, and it was talking about the effect of NIL. And NIL is really looking at people's social media and really determining what kind of NIL is going to be involved. So like you say, it's a thin line because the athlete is trying to figure out what content to post.
Right.
So he can be visible.
Right.
And I don't think everybody understands what it looks like because you got to have, I guess, your personal stuff.
Yep.
Your athletic stuff.
Yep.
And something that's actually drawing people to your page to saying you are a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know when is enough?
When is
too much? Because we're in the era.
It can be too much
because we're in that era of you want people to know what you're doing,
right?
And it's almost like if I show them I'm doing one thing, I got to show it every single time I do that thing.
All right. Well, let me say it like this, because on the exposure side, yes, you need it. But the conversation we're having is, how much do you actually give them, right? You don't give them everything. You're never to give somebody all of you, right? Unless it's your significant other, your spouse, right? But in terms of you giving yourself to the world, you don't give them everything, right? You shouldn't give them everything. When does it come to a point where, what is it that I'm supposed to give them? And when is given too much? Because y'all know we come from the world of, we don't do the blessed to receives, right? We don't come from the blessed to receive culture. We don't even rock too tough with the blessed to receive culture. Because here's the thing, right? Say you get an offer, and that offer, and you go put out blessed to receive an offer from that school. But say you get 6 more offers that week. Are you obligated to go post all 6 of those other offers just to say blessed to receive, right? Because in my point of view, somebody who's putting out that blessed to receive, they don't got a lot of offers, right? They don't have a lot of opportunity. So they're trying to use that piece of opportunity to create more opportunity, or they're using that piece of opportunity so they can keep going, bro. Mad love, we knew you was going to make it. All of those type of things, right? So when is too much too much?
I don't know. Is it when they put out the blessed receive, they don't have a lot of motion? Because if you look at the top tier guys, they let you know when they're going on campus to certain schools.
Yeah, and they do it a little different. They'll give you a top 6 graphic, or they'll give you a graphic of offers, or this is my top 10, my top 12, not offers and interest graphic where it got all of these freaking logos on there, these schools that probably said hi to you, right? So like, I get what you're saying, that the top tier guy is different from the middle of the road guy or the back end guy. I get where it's a difference, because for them, what is it to them to post that, right? What is it to, I'm already getting the traction that I want. I'm already getting the traction that I think I deserve. I already got all the Power 5 high major schools offering me. Okay, but for the other guy, what is too much? Like, here's the question I'm gonna ask you. Is it for let me put this out there for myself, or let me put this out there for others to look at me for? And that's a twofold question. That's why I'm having a struggle. Damn, what am I trying to say? I'm having a struggle asking it because it's a twofold question. Because you're putting it, should it be more of a, if you're really putting it out there for coaches, should it be more of a direct line to them that you're sending that information out to, or should you be putting it out there on your social?
Man, as you're sitting here talking, I'm just thinking about this, like how much involvement do the schools actually have? Because now they've gotten to the point where if they offer you, they're sending you an offer graphic for you to drop.
I don't think people know that part of the game.
Yeah.
They don't know that part of the game. Like when somebody offers you, I'm seeing now, right? And we put a lot of this, and I guess I need to rewind and backtrack on myself right now from the last question I asked, because a lot of times it's the schools looking for that traction also.
Right.
Because schools are now offering guys and then sending them a text message with the graphic of that said college, and it says offered.
Yeah.
Like the kids aren't even having the graphics done. The schools are sending the graphics to the kids.
Because they understand what it looks like.
They know what it has to happen.
And you know what? I think a lot of schools are using it to see where they are in the equation. Because recruiting is just that, recruiting. So we're talking to you. We know other schools are talking to you. So where are we in the equation? That's what everybody wants to know, because when the kids going through recruiting, all they're doing is just talking to the coach. They're not saying, hey, I'm coming.
Right.
You know, they're trying to figure out how they can get you on campus to a game and get you to put the uniform on. And hopefully if you put the uniform on, if I send the graphic and you drop it on your page, that means we're in the game.
Because we've had this conversation. Well, you had this conversation with Coach Rob Yanders, rest in peace, and he had a all-time great quote when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, Greedy's phone is off the chains, right? We ain't even here to talk about him today, but his phone is off the chains right now, right? And everybody wants to ask that same question of, who else is?
Yeah.
We've had this conversation. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's who else has offered you? Who else is recruiting you? And have trained Greedy to, hey man, I don't talk about my recruitment. What's up? Right? And Coach Yanders had a all-time great quote about the reason that question is even asked, which is
they just want to hate on each other. Schools want to know who, so I can hate on them.
So So here's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Here's where I'm going with it. Are we doing too much to these kids? Are we putting too much pressure on them? I'm talking about me and you. When I'm talking about I'm talking about us, the iBall podcast, because we're always pounding on them for this BS. But is it actually their fault in a lot of times? Like, I understand they have to keep up with the Joneses, but are they being pushed to keep up with the Joneses because the Joneses trying to keep up with the Marshalls?
Well, the best thing I would say is the iBall podcast is informative.
Okay.
So
Okay.
take the information from us,
Right.
and do with it as you please.
As you please.
Because we're not telling anybody to do anything a certain way.
No.
But we do talk about the way that we do things.
Yeah, we're going to tell you how we do it sometimes.
And we're not telling you to do it our way.
No.
We're not saying your way is wrong.
No.
But we do want to ask the questions of when you are making those moves and statements and putting that information out.
Mm-hmm.
Who, what, why are you doing it?
Who, what, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
What is your purpose for doing it? Now,
Who are you trying to?
Who are you doing it for? Because a lot of times, like, we don't live a blessed to receive culture. But Greedy got an offer this past weekend, and let's just be honest, they sent him the graphic to post.
Yeah.
Because they want out there that they've offered.
Yeah, they want it out there. They want it out there.
Because they're trying to say, hey, we own him first.
Man, it's such a game, bro. Like, That's why I say we were talking last night about when we're talking on this platform, man, people need to really lock in and listen.
They better.
Because we are in it.
Yes.
And we
We're
see how
speaking
coaches
from experience.
think. But we see how coaches think.
Right.
Like coaches really wait for other people to tell him somebody's valid, even if the kid is valid.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can really be a kid. That's why your offers might come later, because you can really be valid as a player, but the right person hadn't said your name to that coach,
right,
in order for them to be interested yet.
Interested enough in you to make the play.
And all it takes is that one coach saying, hey, and then all of a sudden you're the main target.
So now that you're a blessed to receive kid, right? You've gotten an offer, you put out blessed to receive, right? And the right coach says your name and your recruitment takes off. Now should that kid be obligated or want to continue to post multiple blessed to receives? Because I've seen them even blessed to receive my 3rd Division I offer, my 4th offer, my 5th. Like they're actually counting and telling with each post how many offers they have.
I don't think that's for them.
Okay.
When you're posting like that, you can't tell me that's for you.
Right.
That is for
keep going, bro.
Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what it's for.
So, well, you are. This is a dumb question because I already know the answer to it, because that's how we roll. The blessed to receive culture, is it now being fueled by the colleges, by schools?
I think it's
by
necessary.
Coaches.
Though. I think it's necessary.
On which end? On both ends?
I think it's necessary for schools, and I think it's necessary for certain players, and I think it's necessary for certain schools.
Why?
Because the Kansas doesn't need a kid to say I'm blessed to receive from Kansas.
But you just saw LeBaron Fallon at Kansas taking the picture in the uniform.
But that does more for Kansas than LeBaron. LeBaron's Kansas is Kansas. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's blue. They blue.
But hey, boy, we got him on campus. You understand what I'm saying? That's Fallon.
Right.
But I think had he not done that at all, it still would have had the same impact of them having him on campus. Versus, let's just say, a mid-major team and Fallon put that on. That does wonders for their program.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. If LeBaron goes to Troy.
Yeah, and puts that on.
And puts it on and shows I'm on campus and I'm putting on a uniform and I'm considering coming to this school.
That could attract something else. But see, even though LeBaron, it's like it's levels to this. Everybody's not gonna have this Kansas uni on.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only a select few that's gonna put this on. They don't even have it where you can take the unofficial and put it on and post it on your page.
Like, okay, Emmanuel Clarton, kid in class of 2025 from Sumter Central. He just took his visit to Troy. Now, Troy had already offered him, right? But he got his picture with the uni on, right? Who does that do more for? Does that do more for Emmanuel, who is vastly underrated in the state, right? Like, we've talked about how deep that 2025 class is, right? And he's in the mix of that 2025 lottery rankings. Does it do more for him, or does it do more for Troy? But I hate that it's Troy, because Troy put everybody in the uniform, right? Like you jump on, they let you put the jersey on, right? But they did actually officially offer Emmanuel, and they officially offered Peyton Wiggins, Peanut from Huffman. So those are two Alabama kids in the class of 2025 who have official offers from Troy, who just went and put on the uniform. Who does that do more for? Like I say, those are two middle-of-the-road lottery guys in the state, right? But they're already getting that mid-major offer. Does that look better for them to get more offers, or does that look good for Troy to say, I'm up on this kid?
I think it's twofold. As I'm looking at that, I think for the kid it does more, because I think it exposes him to the conference and teams a little bit more of, okay, this kid may be available. And I also think it helps him in Alabama with Alabama schools, South Alabama,
That's a conference
UAB.
school.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like, I think it does, but for the school per se, I'm not sure that does much for them. You know, but it's good that, you know, he's on their radar as a kid that can come help them win games.
And I bet a lot of people, when they hear this, they're gonna be like, "Well, why does he keep asking that question?" Because the question. Let me break down the question for y'all. Right. The reason I'm asking, what does it do for a school? Because now that said school has put out that they're recruiting that kid. It might be another kid they recruit might see that and be like, I don't want to go there no more if they recruiting that. Right. Like, oh, that's my position, or that kid ain't good enough. I don't want to go. It's a lot of different ways that can go. So when I asked about the school aspect of it, is it beneficial for them? Because they're not only recruiting that one kid, right? They're recruiting a bunch of kids, and it's about who they can sell to sign, right?
Boy, you just made me take my answer back.
Exactly.
Because I said it didn't do a lot for the school, and that's totally wrong. What it did was, if there's a kid that we are serious about and we have offered you and we have a scholarship on the table and we want you to commit in the early signing period.
Right, which is what these early offers mean.
That's what they're trying to do is you need to go ahead and do it. And if you don't, it might not be here later because you see we're recruiting XYZ.
Listen, bro, for the school aspect of it, if they're putting that information out there, understand that could either hurt or help them in recruiting somebody else.
Yes.
Because we just got the word, hey, we going to do this package deal?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So could a school be out there like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and offer this kid because I know if I offer him, it does me wonders in maybe getting another kid.
Yeah.
Right? Or it could be a catch-22, and it might hurt me on getting another kid because he ain't going to want to come if that's what we bringing in. Might be at the same position. Anything could be the deal, right? So it's, when is too much too much?
I don't know if it's ever too much, but it is too much.
But it's too much. We're sitting here showing scenarios where it's actually too much.
Yeah.
Because if you put out, dog, if you go out there and you didn't put out, you done offered 7 kids in the class of 2025, and you already got a full roster of 13 scholarships already there, and you done offered 7 kids, and you only got 4 upperclassmen. So that means a lot of people ain't leaving.
Could you putting out your offers hurt your recruiting?
Yes.
Meaning they only see a certain level of schools that are actually offering you, and you may be higher than that.
Bro, we've said this 1,000 times. Watch what you put out there. No disrespect to any school on any level, right?
Because it's hard to get to any.
It's hard to get to any level. But if you're considering yourself one level, right, and you aspire to get to that level, what you look like putting out that you going to a level that is considered 3 times lower? That you putting out a blessed to receive.
But if you put the higher level up and then the lower level comes, why wouldn't you put them out?
Thank you. When it's too much, too much. Because now your level might be the lower level. The other offer might be a non-committable offer. You might got the offer, but it might be non-committable. But now you can put out the blessed to receive for the bigger school so you can get the love. The smaller school, which is actually your level that you probably going to end up going to, puts out, and you don't put out the blessed to receive for them. Now, do they pull the scholarship and not even recruit you?
Hey, man, it's a tricky game.
It's too much.
It's a tricky game out here with these athletes, man, right now, and how they need to put it together because, you know, that's one thing that we've been telling schools when they call, man, we're going through the recruiting process.
Right now.
So what I'm saying is we're not signing early. So recruit.
Recruit.
All right. We just go ahead and put that out there. I know y'all are in here early trying to see if you can get it done. We're not signing early.
We're not committing early. Y'all.
So let's go through the recruiting process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See what that looks like because, you know, coach, you'll figure out along the way if I want to continue to recruit this guy because, like you say, man, at the end of the day, we want to go to the school that loves us.
Loves us, not just wants
So
us.
if it's one of those schools that got in with you early and they see you starting to blow or whatever and they're staying there, hey, man, you might just win.
You might just
because
win.
it's really about going to a school that loves me and they're going to allow me to be who I am not going to the biggest school.
But here's the other part of that, Chill. Let's talk about this, because the thought process has to go here. Yeah, I'm in with that school because they got in early, right? But what if said school continues to put out who we're offering, and said player looks and like, man, they ain't offering the right level. Like, the kid that you really want looks at it, it's like, are they going to even be good enough for us to compete?
Wow, that's...
Because that should be in the thought process of every recruit's head is, first of all, can I get MPG? Second of all, can we make it to the NCAA tournament? That should be period. That should be your damn what you going to major in. I don't care about none of that. It should be about those two things. Can I get MPG, and can we make the tournament? Are we going to be good enough? So if you're out there offering a bunch of, man, he offered, what? Him? Man, I ain't going there.
Yeah.
Because a school putting out too much information, offering all these guys, sending out all these graphics to say offer, and then the guy that you really want looking back at it and be like, man, y'all ain't going to be good enough. Yeah, I can raise y'all level, but what you putting around me? That's a whole different aspect that the schools who are sending out these graphics, telling these guys to post, to say blessed to receive, you got to think about that. Are you recruiting the right player to get the player that you actually want? Because like I just said, they may only have 4 people leaving and they done offered 7 people. That means 3 of those offers are non-committable. So are we putting out the right information to get the guys that we actually want, that we actually got a scholarship for?
I'm telling you, man, it's tricky.
It's a tricky game, man.
It's tricky when it comes to the social and the information you putting out for yourself and for everybody to see. It's tricky. So I don't know if there's a blueprint to it, though.
It's not. Like I say, that's why we never tell y'all to listen the way we do it. We never tell y'all, hey, do it the way we do it, because what we do is the way you're supposed to do it. We never said that. Right? Because for some, putting out a bunch of blessed to receives helps. For others, it hurts. Right? Like in the beginning, it wasn't a lot of blessed to receives, but we still didn't put none out there. Even the smaller school offers that were there and interests that were there, we never put that out. So some would say, man, that hurts you.
I think it's more of a high school thing, though.
Right?
Because when you look at the college level, if you see a college kid, I feel like a kid that's been in college and you see him saying he's blessed to receive offers, he's trying to get motion. Because a college kid already understands what is like. It's like Cam Woods.
Okay.
You know, I got a personal relationship with his dad. And I remember when after the season, you know, what is Cam going to do? And I remember we were at Coach Barber's house and we were talking about it. And it was like, hey, man, what Cam going to do? And real deal. His dad like, man, you know, I'm just going to let young fella boom. And next thing you know, it's North Carolina State.
Right. It's high major.
But there wasn't a blessed to receive from North Carolina State. I think once you're a college guy, it's more on the business side of, like you say, MPG, what's around it, what my NIL, what the collective, like it's other questions that you're asking. So I think the NIL dies with high school. I mean, blessed to receive dies with high school.
Well, I understand your concept, but that ain't what going on.
That ain't what going on?
Hell no. That ain't what going on. That ain't what, like, I totally understand your concept.
Yeah.
But me and you talked about this on this platform when we saw a kid that was a Division I kid and was transferring, and he was transferring down to JUCO, put out 6 JUCOs.
True story.
6 JUCOs that he was considering.
Yeah.
And he was a Division I kid. So
True.
I get your logic. Your logic makes all the sense, but we understand we dealing with some dumbass people. Right? We dealing with people with the most sense all the time.
Where they're seeking attention.
That's the issue. That's why I asked the question, when is too much? Too much. Because too much information can hurt what you're actually trying to get done. it can hurt you because say said school, big school, that's your school, that's the highest school that's offered you, sees you putting out all these lower schools. They gonna look back and be like, damn, is he actually our level? Is nobody else on our level or higher recruiting this kid? Right? And I understand you just said you want to go to who loves you, right? They got to love you. That's what you're supposed to want. But they're going to look at it and be like, have we misevaluated this kid? By this kid putting out all this information of these schools that are 2 and 3 levels lower than the school that actually offered him, but you're looking for the social media love to say keep going, and you putting out all this information, and now said school looking at it like, he might not be our level.
So when it comes down to it, do you put your top 6? Is that necessary?
If you got a top 6, like if you actually got a top 6, yeah, you put that out there. But my thing is, I'm talking about the blessed to receive guys, the ones that are putting out blessed to receives, looking for attention. Are you putting out the right information that's going to have the school that you want come your way?
But you got to put something out there because there's the
we
flip
started
side
off
of
we
that.
started off the episode saying that
like if you don't have any social presence, that's gonna kill you.
That's gonna kill you
because coaches, when they hear a name, they're going to X and they're going to see. And listen, they're going to X first. They're not going to Facebook. They're not going to Snapchat. They're not going to IG.
Right.
They are going to X first.
Twitter.
See. Twitter.
Yeah. They're going there.
That's where they're going.
They're going there. Because, like I said video of us, these two right here, right? Of us. Somebody pulled off, I'm guessing, Twitter or Instagram, because we don't even have it on X. This video we haven't even posted to X, but it's been posted to Twitter, to Instagram and YouTube. So they pulled it from one of those platforms and posted it on X. 60,000 views. Let me know I'm doing something wrong, right? Like I need to pick on my ex.
Yeah, we got to change the platform that we're really shopping to.
Shush.
I mean, we got to stay on the platform, but we got to look at the platform that we're really shopping to.
Right, because, like,
I mean, Shulman said it on his interview.
Yeah,
you say a name, I go to his Instagram.
I'm going to his Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm going to his Twitter instantly. Right, I'm gonna go look at him. I'm gonna go garner as much information about this kid as I possibly can from their social media footprint, mainly X, Twitter. Right, so if that's the case, you gotta have something out there.
Got to.
Like you can't be out there but naked. Right, you can't do that. But how much do you need to have out there? Like here's my opinion. Here's my opinion of what you need to do. What you need to do is you should have film. Period. You don't need no blessed to receives. You don't need no top 6. You don't need no offers and interest graphic. What you need is film. When a coach goes to look at you, he should be able to pull up more film than he can stomach to watch. Full game film, highlight tapes, huddle clips, everything. Like your whole social media should be video after video after video after video of you putting in work on the court.
But we had a conversation about the mixes now.
Listen, I've turned the corner on the mixes. I have.
Okay. I was going to say, because earlier I remember saying, watch the mixes you put on.
Yeah, no, you still have to do that. You got to watch the content of the content that you put out, right? Like you shouldn't have a bunch of I'm in warm-ups, slow motion, shooting free throws. Like, that's not a mix. That's not a highlight, right? Even though shooting a good free throw percentage is pat you on the back for that, right? But I don't want to see a mix of you shooting free throws. If anything, show me how you got to the free throw line. What was the move that was made to get you to the free throw line in the first place?
Okay.
Right? Like, but I'm starting to believe that you got to put out content, bro. And it should be content of you doing what it is that you do. It shouldn't be a bunch of blessed to receives. That's just my opinion, y'all. It shouldn't be a bunch of blessed to receives. It should be a bunch of content, bunch of film.
Of you playing the game.
Of you hooping, right? Like full game film. Have links to full game film. Have links to all your highlights. Have your YouTube page. Have your Listen, your Instagram. Listen, you can have your little your little outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you saying they gonna have that, bro.
You can you can have that on there. I ain't tripping, right? Have a life, right? Show your personality, because we just talked about it being marketable, right? Your who you are is what markets you. How you play gets you in the dough. Who you are gets you the check. So have that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But my thing is, have more film. That's what you need to have. You need to have more film, man, because that is what coaches are actually going to your social footprint to see.
Yeah, I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
So like
because that's what we do unconsciously.
Oh,
if we see a guy on a highlight tape and he's doing something, and you kind of go down into the down into the quotes or whatever they have,
the comments,
and you see their name,
right?
You hit their name and you go to their page. And you trying to see.
Your caption.
Yeah, the caption.
In the caption, they be tagged. Yeah. I'm doing that.
Yeah, you trying to see who this is. Okay, this a hot little clip of Buddy.
Right.
Let me hit this and go see, okay, this is on his page. Oh, he doing some work right here, or it's nothing.
Hold up. We need y'all to do that for us. When y'all see that we be, click on the tag and then go to our stuff. Because we got a lot of stuff out there. Yeah. I digress. I'm sorry. I heard you say that.
But that's what we do.
That's what we do. We put out a lot of
everybody
content.
Does social like that.
Yeah. I don't think enough people doing iBall radio like that. I think they need to click on it a little bit more.
No, I think they doing it. It's just if I'm going to hit the follow button, if I'm going to hit the like button.
Because we are
if I'm going to hit the subscribe
views
button.
are there.
Yeah.
Your views are there.
I mean, you gotta look at the views. If you got 60K views
on one video,
and then you got 181 likes, they don't go together. So a lot of people watching.
Yeah, they watching. I see y'all watching. See y'all. I see. It's cool.
Yeah,
keep watching.
Yeah.
Right. Keep watching. But hit the follow, man. Hit the share. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like button, man. That was our commercial. You know what I'm saying? That was our live read. We did a live read just like that, man. But go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page, man. Put that on the ticker on the bottom, man, so y'all can see that on the screen. But yeah, chill. So, all right. Now that we've talked about what it is, when it's too much, and we brought it from all aspects, from the school's aspect to the players' aspect to the social media aspect. Here's what I got to ask you now. When should you do it? Because what I'm seeing now is a lot of social media about kids at a very young age. Even the guy who made the video saying my kid's the best 10-year-old in the world, right? When do you start to look for that exposure? Because we always talk about this. The fall is way harder than the ascension. So when it's too much, when you're putting out that information, how early should you start? Right? Because a lot of guys wait till late, high school. A lot of guys we see, they 8, 9, 10 years old, got film. 3, 4, 5 years old, got film. Right? By the time they get to high school, has it been overkill, Damon Harge? Is it overkill? Is too much become too much?
Man, depends on the goal of the family. The family might say, if I can make a child superstar, we can get on, make a little money, move, because we might not ever be a pro, but we can capitalize on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a different game.
I kind of hate I asked that question because the answer you gave is spot on, and I freaking hate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But how can you hate CTCing? If you can figure out how to CTC.
Because let's think about Richard Williams now with Venus and Serena in his day. Now he's brilliant because they won the Masters and they
not the Masters.
My bad. Wimbledon. My bad. Yeah, Wimbledon.
Yeah.
But they are the greatest girls to ever do it. Right.
Right. No doubt.
You're gonna have somebody that saw that Richard Williams story and they're gonna document it and actually show it to you in real time now. So it's not going to have the same effect. But if somebody grabs it and they are pretty good coming along, they can get some endorsements. They can probably get Revolt, Pepsi, and then fall off.
Revolt, Pepsi, we need y'all.
I just thought about that because I saw this little girl She does MMA.
Okay. Oh, you talking about OG Kurt?
OG Kurt, Killer Cam.
Killer Cam?
Killer Cam.
Killer Cam's. Hey,
And
shout out Killer Cam, man.
and she's moving right now.
Hey, she moving.
But I saw it went from, hey, we just doing videos,
Right.
and now she start actually getting some sponsorship. Now,
Right.
will that lead to a professional thing,
She's nice though.
or we gonna get it right now?
Yeah. She'll choke your ass.
Yeah.
Killer
story.
Cam don't play, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Killer Cam don't play.
But here
boy,
it is,
girl,
we having
anybody.
a conversation. We both know what we talking about,
We do.
and she's probably a teenager now.
Nah, she ain't. I don't think she that old. She probably 12.
You know. But what I'm saying, so I'm gonna capitalize
That's 8,
now.
9, 10. Right.
right
But the opportunity is there for them to capitalize on
now.
right? So it's kind of like the conversation we had, and I'm gonna get back to something that you just said because that's where I was headed with this. But it's kind of like the conversation we had about a Drew Timme. Drew Timme made more money in college than he is in his professional career, right? He could have stayed in school another year. Drew Timme should have came back to Gonzaga and got another bag in the NIL instead of going to. I guarantee you, he took a pay cut going professional.
Yeah, at some point you're just tired of school though.
And I feel him. He is like he done graduated probably 3 times.
Yeah.
I get it, but the bag is what we're talking about.
Didn't Baycoat do that? Baycott?
Yeah, Armand back in North
He's
Carolina.
back, right?
Yeah, he back in North Carolina.
Yeah, so he's one that's taking advantage of that. But you look at the guys, Shigwe,
Yeah,
all,
Oscar.
all the big guys that they had,
Mhm.
none of those guys got drafted.
None of them.
You understand what I'm saying?
None.
And I bet you,
All of them made more money in NIL.
and I bet you right now, no one can tell me where any of them are.
Oh, if you know you're an enthusiastic person,
None
you're an
of nobody
enthusiast.
knows.
You're an enthusiast if you can tell us that.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what they are. If
And-
you can tell us that, like I said, you're an enthusiast.
And they were the biggest names in college basketball.
And we're
this past
enthusiasts,
season.
and I can't tell you where they are.
Right.
Right? I can't listen. It moves so fast. I can't even tell y'all what half these high school players gonna play at this year, because they transfer just as bad. Jamaica, I don't know where he at this year. I can't even set the doggone game because I don't know where he playing at.
Yeah. I mean, it's trickle down.
It's trickle down.
It's trickle down.
It's trickle down.
So everybody
I don't know where
working
you
to get
playing.
on, boy.
Hey, listen, I ain't mad at it.
15 minutes
Hey,
of fame.
all right. So what I said I was gonna come back to, right? And this is what you just said. It is the fact that if I can monetize and capitalize now, do I need to put out as much as possible? Because we know this, like even in what we do for the podcast, we understood we had to put out more content, right? We were putting out content. Like I say, we got 100 in this episode 119, right? Like we got content. We got plenty other coaches' corners and player circles to add to the mold, which are not included in that number. However, we understood it was more content that needed to be put out. So I'm going to say it like this because I mentioned this last week. Healthy content, right? Content that boosts your brand, not saturates your brand. Because you can put out content that will saturate your brand to people will look at it and be like, oh my God, them again. Oh my God, them again. Right? Like, oh my God. You put out another video of you going through a workout in the gym, a personal workout, doing cone drills. You put out another one of these. Right? Like, when are you going to actually have a video of you in a game hooping? Right? Like, it is, you can saturate your content or saturate your audience instead of, feeding them, putting some water on them, let them flourish.
Well, you got to show the transition in the content that you're putting. Like you said, if I'm gonna show a workout video, and I don't like when trainers do this, a player does a move in the game and then they go back and show the player doing the move in a workout.
Mm-hmm.
But like you're saying, if you're just dropping workout videos and nobody ever sees you play in a game,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're saturating the content that you're putting out. Like, and at some point, somebody might, do you even hoop?
Do you even hoop?
I know
And
you do workouts.
I know it's a high school kid here. What's the kid from Pike Road?
Come on, man.
What?
What you finna do?
Huh? Nah, I'm saying the kid from Pike Road that put out all the videos.
I don't know his name.
I forget his name too.
Yeah.
Why you look at me like that, dog?
Just like
why you look at me like that? I'm just saying. You know who I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, I know you look. I know who you talking about.
Right.
I just don't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Right, but he had a bunch of workout videos out there.
Yeah.
And AAU videos.
Yeah.
But people were do you even play for Pike Road?
Do you have to play for your school?
Well, I'm saying it depends on what the goal is.
I mean,
if the goal is to get offers from college, yeah, you got to play at your school.
Well, not necessarily.
Why not?
Terry Mays never played.
Well, Terry Mays was 30 years ago.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, it's still going to be those deals, like you said.
I don't see that happening nowadays.
You don't?
No. If you don't play, who gonna come get you?
I mean, but he played. He just didn't play at his school.
That's what I'm saying.
But he was good enough. Let's get it right. Like,
all right. Well, here's the other thing. See, this is kind of like I messed up by saying Pike Road because now I'm in the blessed to receive, and now that I done said one, I got to keep putting them out there, right?
Okay.
What about the other kid that put out a bunch of videos that don't play nowhere, that don't get no love when he go in the gym? We greedy them.
I just hate you made it so personal.
That's not personal. I'm giving examples.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, I don't know.
No, you do know. You do know what I'm talking about. You just don't want to talk about it. Like, for real. Like when it's too much, because they put out a lot of information, a lot of content. However, I think it's saturated people.
Yeah, they're just putting out content to put it out. I don't think they have any real goals to play anywhere. Maybe they're trying to be influencers. I think they're trying to be more basketball influencers than I actually do this to play to get to the next level.
See, I think they're trying to get to the next level.
No, bro.
I do. I think they're trying to get to the next level.
Can't. I don't think so. I think they're trying to be influencers.
Listen. I apologize. I wonder. Listen, because you looking at me like this, making me feel as if I'm taking shots at somebody, and I don't want to feel like I'm sitting on here taking shots at people.
Right.
Because I'm not taking a shot at them.
You're just trying to get the audience to understand. You're trying to see the difference in the content that they're dropping.
It's my job to paint a picture for them.
But maybe that person feels like I'm on the team. I don't get a lot of tick. In my mind, I can play.
Okay.
I am working.
Okay.
Every day.
Right.
I get up. I lift weights. I run with a trainer. But this is what I can show you. That's why I'm showing you my workout videos in my AAU, because I get more run with AAU.
Does that work though?
I mean, if you're not playing on your school team.
Let me. I guess since I made it personal, I don't want to make it personal. Filet. Him, right? He ain't play nowhere.
Filet got some run. He got a little overseas deal one time, got on.
Right. He did.
He made that work. I'm not saying – now, listen, I don't think he's still playing.
He's not.
But for that little time period, the little clips he was putting out of him hooping and pulling back, he got some run.
Here's the thing. I got mad examples.
Yeah.
And I want to use them. Yeah. But you got me feeling bad right now.
I mean, listen, I don't. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Based off what you seen Filet.
Yeah.
Should he be hooping somewhere?
Hell no.
Okay. Another one. This one here is even bigger. Frank Nitti.
Yeah, Frank Nitti had a cup of tea. Frank Nitti
had a cup of tea
league.
and it's over with. So should I still be putting it out?
Yeah.
Because
he's still, I guarantee if Frank Nitti can get a 10-day, he'll take it.
Can he get one?
I don't see why. In today's game, probably not. But is he good enough to? Yeah.
Okay.
I think Frank Nitty's good enough to play. I think he's one of those, what's the guy who's playing overseas? The James kid, light skin, the guard.
Yeah.
I think Frank Nitti is that, right? Like, he's good enough to be in the league. However, his value will not be used on that level. What he actually does well and does good will not be, won't translate to the highest level because he would have to play a different role. And his role is to play.
So if you knowing that, how is he good enough?
Well, I'm saying it's guys who can really play who just don't fit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't fit, even though they're really good. Like, Dwight Howard is still really good. But a lot of teams just feel like if his skill set and the way he plays the big man position no longer translates to the game. So he just don't fit, even though him and DeMarcus Cousins now got opportunities back in the league this year. I think both of them going to be back with the Lakers if I ain't mistaken. Now, I think DeMarcus is with Golden State. Dwight Howard's going to be with the Lakers. So they gotten back in the league. However, I'm looking at it and he's good enough to fit, but the content that he puts out, does it hurt him with NBA teams saying, he's playing in Drew League, he's playing outside, he's playing ball his life, he's on tour, you got to, does that hurt him with getting into the league?
I think Drew League got some validity.
It does. It does.
Now, the other stuff you called out, I don't know, but I think Drew League still gets some love.
Like the Ball is Life tour.
Yeah.
When they playing outside and they out there and they throwing alley-oops on regular
But see, for him, he's getting money.
He getting a check.
Yeah, he got his own signature shoe.
Right.
So he's monetizing some things out of it. And
Filet's getting a check too, though.
That's what I'm saying. So I think at this point, when you realize the business side of it, I'm going to just put it out there. But when you're talking about a younger kid who's just trying to get on. I think he's got to be really careful about what he puts out because, like you said, the kid that you're talking about, he's just putting out videos, but you never see the transition from the work to the game. You don't see the transition.
Right.
So he's only saturating us with one piece of content, which makes me say I'm trying to be an influencer, not a hooper, because I don't see the transition.
Right. Right. So what does that say to a college coach?
He's trying to be an influencer.
I think we just talked. I think the end of our conversation today has drummed up another conversation for another day. Right. And that is the content that you put out. How does a college coach deem that? Because we just had the conversation of it's part of the school's issue also with them contributing to these kids putting out this content. Right, putting out the blessed to receives because they're ushering them to put out the blessed to receives. Now they're going to that page, just like Coach Schulman said, I'm going to go check out your page. But if your page is of that of an influencer and not that of a hooper,
I'm gone.
I'm gone.
I'm looking at it and I'm gone.
That hurt because you answered that fast and definitive. And that has to hurt because a lot of y'all out there are putting out that influencer type content. And a lot of coaches are going to your socials and instantly, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Damn. Well, we're going to end it right there.
Yeah.
We're going to end it right there because I done got personal and beat his ass and messed up, folks. Like for real, dog. Like,
hey, man.
we gonna end it right there for the day, man. Yes, you did, man.
I said you got personal?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
you said that. I wish I had the red flag.
Yeah, I did.
I throw it.
I did.
You said I got, and I wasn't even trying to call the kids out.
But that's exactly what you were doing.
No, I wasn't. I was using them as an example to paint the picture for our listening audience and our viewing audience.
You know they don't play.
That's my point. I had to pull somebody who I know don't play that.
That's not who we talking to, though. We're not talking to him because he's nowhere on your radar.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? He's not even a kid that you would consider playing at the next level, period. So you're not really talking to him.
So you saying I just called him out for no reason?
I'm going to say this. You're talking to the kid who has an opportunity to play at the next level. You know.
Right.
You know this.
Right.
Whatever level that is.
Okay. Well, let me tie it together then. Let me clean up some loose ends. Y'all don't need y'all social media to look like theirs.
Period.
If you are looking to get to the next level, it's a difference in what your social media need to look like. You don't need to have 10-day in the lives.
No.
Where it's camera following you through everyday life and you going into the gym and it's recording you.
You said it. You need game film.
Yeah, you do.
So once I give you the workout film, once I give you the highlight film, I also need to see game film.
And not AAU film.
And then listen, I can see some AAU game film.
I'm cool with that.
But I got to see school game film. That's him, man. Am I wrong?
No, you're completely
you gotta
right.
see school game film because the rest of it is almost pay for play. You know, AAU is almost becoming pay for play right now.
Oh, it is. On a lower level, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Everybody's
and see, that's
included.
the level. That's the kid you're talking about. The kid's lower level. The high level kid, you can't tell me a high level kid's social that we're privy to, that we look at, that looks that way.
There's something out there.
That look that way.
Okay. Like straight boo-boo.
Maybe they just need to figure it out, because there's coaches out there that like to talk about things that they're doing and they don't even tag their athletes.
Ooh.
So maybe people just don't know how to use social media.
And that's the other thing. A lot of people are just not savvy enough on social media. I ain't finna sit here and say I'm the savviest.
No, we got a long way to go.
We got a long way to go.
But success leaves clues.
Right.
So if you see something but see, maybe they're looking at the wrong clues. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you. I'm just disappointed.
It's just tricky, bro.
I'm disappointed.
Social is tricky.
Yeah, it is. But
Necessary.
I tried to use an example, and your boy done made me feel bad.
But don't put that on me,
I'm
man.
putting it on him, y'all. But y'all still need to cut out that whack stuff.
Hey, man.
Stop it. But chill with, man. Tell them where they can find you on social. Even though it is up on the screen right now, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Yeah,
bro.
you can find me on X at CoachBeat334. You can find me on IG at ChillWill334. My business page, Little IBALL Properties. Also, Brian Williams _SR. All that is on IG. And you can find me on Facebook at Brian Williams Sr.
Man, y'all already know. You can find me across all platforms at iBall Radio. That's across all platforms at iBall Radio. Also find me at _Real Talk Tees and at iBall_TDB. Go to X and find out my personal tweets at Coach_iBall. And of course, go to the Instagram page for our business and nonprofit, Guard Your Man. That's at Guard Your Man. And make sure you go visit our websites, man, guardyourman.org. You see that running across the screen right now. And also go visit iBallradio.com. Get all your exclusive content and gear right there. And be sure to go subscribe to the iBall Radio YouTube page. This episode will drop on Friday. The audio drops today. The video drops on Friday. Check out all the clips. Check out everything, man. Stay tapped in with the iBall podcast and iBall Radio. Coach's Corners, we got those coming up. Locked in. The player circles, we got some good ones on the way for y'all, man. So stay locked in with iBall Radio and iBallradio.com to get all that content coming up. But chill, Will, man. Let's get up out of here. Holler at these folks.
Last name Will, first name Chill. Move with a purpose.
Move with a purpose, man. And y'all already know they call me Coach because I teach you how to ball. Until next week, we out. Peace.
Peace.
You've just experienced the iBall Podcast, the flagship program of iBall Radio and iBallradio.com.